Welcome back to the Esports World Cup recap series. We are on episode 12. We're closing in on the end. We have 5 days until the Tekken World Tour Finals, assuming you're watching this as it comes out. If you're watching it later, less than 5 days. Or it's already happened. It'll be a cool thing to watch regardless. This episode is exciting for me because one of the players in these matches, Farzeen from Pakistan, started going to international tournaments at the same time I did. At CEO 2021, we both made our major tournament debuts. This was back in Tekken 7. I played Noctis, he played Akuma. We both lost our characters in Tekken 8. What's cool about Farzeen to me is that through the nerves, through the international travel, he placed top 8 at his first international major. What's even more impressive is when Akuma left and we got Tekken 8, he continued to do well on the world stage. Now, early in Tekken 8, you could make arguments like it's just Victor. Nobody knows how to play against Victor. But he's continued succeeding through the Esports World Cup and into the Tekken World Tour Finals. Spoiler warning, if you didn't see episode 11, I'm going to show the bracket right now. Double finished Group C out of the winner's side, qualifying into this top 8, which I have here. The rest of the bracket is Group C right here. Now, for some reason, they split up winners and losers into separate days, so we're going through the loser side today. Now, the reason I want to watch these matches, and I'm particularly excited from it, in addition to the Farzeen intro I just gave, is that I've always been interested in Victor. He's the sword character. I liked Noctis. Victor didn't click with me at first, but I continued to watch his players to try and understand. So the notes today will be focused on kind of what I'm looking for and kind of my lens on Victor. So it's biased. It's not neutral commentary. It's more like a study of the game, right? Sometimes I think it's important to go at the game not just as someone seeking entertainment, but as someone trying to get better. I find I get more enjoyment mixing it up that way. That concludes the yapping portion of this video. Let's get to the gameplay. And I'm pretty excited to watch this. I've seen an initial watch through, but I tried to keep it very minimal in order to really lock in with you guys with a bit of time delay. Let's get into it. Farzeen versus Bilal. Bryan, strong mid-range counter-hit character, generally weaker pokes, but Victor feels like the extreme of that to me, where Victor really wants counter-hits, and his poking is kind of there, right? He's doing these down-forward ones, but there's not a lot of threat behind them. They don't track super well. That down-4 is very okay. It's nice on counter-hit. Now, Farzeen does like doing down-back 4 from a distance, right? The big sweeping low, nice counter-hit attempt. Sidestep in the armor was a bit too slow from Bilal. Full crouch low. Dash throw is sidestepped. Nice throw break on his own. Big duck under the QCB1, but a small punish. Sidestep down 2. Now, that's something I noticed Farzeen does a lot to get around Victor's linearity. He will put in dashes and sidesteps before the big linear moves to catch an opponent's sidestep timing. Gonna get a punish here. Down 1+2. Nice tracking mid. Back 1+2, big armor, running 2, and he goes for the low right away. That's a cool thing about Victor too, and maybe it's just a Tekken 8 thing. You can't really be afraid of dying. You have to run your mix. That low is launch punishable, the sweeping low is launch punishable, and Farzeen seems to have no fear in doing these moves, right? Now he's shown Bilal they exist. How is Bilal going to adjust? He's going to do a throw that gets ducked. Farzeen breaking the floor right away. I like that. Denying Bryan the option to get walls and floor breaks seems really good to me, especially because Farzeen is playing kind of slow, backdashing in general. Runs up, gets hit. There's backdashing again. Sidestepping. He's just chilling out. Nice little whiff punish. Bilal not really getting up close and figuring out how to hit him. Nice. Some delayed stance pressure there. Run up throw is broken. Okay, safe string ends in a high though, and power crushes the mid again. Farzeen is just beating him to the punch with, obviously an armor move is going to beat to the punch every time, but Bilal can't get a hit in. Ducking, flash duck into the wow. Flash duck the QCB1, Bilal could not get a single thing started there. That is astonishing to me. In game 2, surely Bilal has great adjustments. We've seen this against other players. Surely he'll play some more 1-2 or just more small pokes against the Victor. I'm surprised I'm not seeing as much. Obviously, he's concerned about Victor's counter hit threat, but I'm curious why he's not going for hatchet kick or down 4 or these other moves, right? If your opponent is stand blocking all day, lows are key. But it looks like Bilal's trying to find counter hit timings, and he's succeeding. Not counter hitting, but at least he's catching Farzeen ducking. 1+2 throw from Farzeen, or throw 1+2 counter hit attempt. Jab. Wow. So Farzeen seemed to notice Bilal playing, sitting really still, and just went in with the stance offense and happened to hit the mid. That's pretty cool. Okay, they're playing range again, backdashing, sidestepping. Nice whiff punish. So Bilal is looking for the chance to sidestep Victor's linearity, and he found it there. He's been dying trying to do it, but his strategy seems to be clear now that he got the reward off of that. Heat smash to kill, finally getting around. That sounds like shade. I promise it wasn't. Counter hit while rising 3. Super scary tool from Bryan. Yes, that wall 1+2/2 breaks the wall instantly. It usually takes 2 hits, but that counts as 2 hits. Delaying the stance and then going low again. Farzeen not afraid of a launch punish. He's representing all of Victor's threats. I like to play really safe, so my stance options are really predictable, I think. But going for that launch punishable low and seeing if they're even handling it seems really important. There's the back 1+2 again. Okay, Bilal trying to power through his next option. 1+2. Oh, finishes the string. That's not safe. 1+2 throw broken, but Bilal staying sharp. Running 2, stance, goes mid this time. The lows added up, and Farzeen's doing this little shimmy after he lands the running 2 on block. I know you can duck a jab attempt, but this shimmy is interesting to me because I feel like he could just get mashed out of it. Counter hit QCB1. Nice combo adjustment. Gives up the wall extension to go for the taunt, and he lands it. That was really sick. Heat smash jumping over down back 4. Bilal finding some rhythm while standing for. Oh, he moved or mashed or something. That's the frame trap option from the running 2. Obviously, if you duck the second hit, it's a high. Nice save on the sidewall there. Oh my goodness, and he hit him with the big mid. What did Bilal do? What did Bilal do here? He did a get-up kick. Bilal did a get-up kick. Just not able to find stability. He had a huge lead. Maybe that like psyched him out. Gun from a distance. Nice duck. 1+2. Down by 4. Uh-oh. Finally catching him with another frame trap. Bilal probably noticed the round count, wanted to get something started, and ran face first into the safe counter hit launcher. And he did a spring kick and died. Wow. 2-0 over Bilal. Bilal is no slouch, man. Yeah, I wonder if the antsiness came from how big of a lead he had. He seemed to have a like this seemed like the round was over, and maybe Bilal just wanted to end it. And Bilal's not really like a super slow Bryan player. He goes for a lot of offensive opportunities, but it cost him so much here trying to mash out of this or move out of this. I don't know. So when Victor does running 2, he doesn't have a lot of frame trap options. He has a power crush, and then he has the EI1. Now this 1+2 ends in a high, so it's launch punishable if Bryan were to duck it. But because the first hit, the second is guaranteed. What surprised me is Farzeen ran it again, and I don't know what, because this isn't a counter hit. So maybe Bilal's trying to sidestep, maybe Bilal is ducking, but he ducked in a situation that gave a full combo because of the wall break. And I can't believe he did a get-up kick there. Like, I mean, I can believe it because I've played offline, and anxiety like that happens. Despite your better instincts, people get nervous, people do get-up kicks, people mash into frame traps. Sometimes it just takes that. And I think what made Farzeen so successful here is the fact that the spring kick was so crazy to me, because like he doesn't win the game from this, right? He might stop some momentum at best, but at worst it cost him the entire game. What I was gonna say is that I think this opener where Farzeen is playing extremely slow probably threw off Bilal. Bilal is really good against like these offensive players, like think of like Double, for example, the Law player. But Farzeen is playing so conservatively outside of these running moves, right? After this, he just backdashes. So it's like Farzeen has this ability that I think makes him so strong on Victor, where his options feel so random. He could be in the lead and start backdashing. He could be behind and start backdashing. He could just throw out these random counter hits and armor moves. And he is so good at mixing it up. Because Victor, if he gets predictable, sidestepped, duck and launch, right? And every character, when they get predictable, is weak. But Victor in particular seems like he benefits from the randomness. His lows are so risky that it seems scary to do, right? And if you were to play strictly statistical Tekken, like play by the numbers, I don't want to go launch punchable unless I have a good read, things like that, Victor, I feel like, falls apart. I think you need to splash in that randomness in order to succeed with him. So Farzeen wins his first match. Oh my goodness, I started 2 videos. Farzeen wins his first match. He's going up against Hafiz Tanveer, who he lost 2-0 to in the winner's side. So Tanveer is pretty scary in general, but also against Victor. Tanveer's like mash and play sidestep style, I think is very effective against Victor. So I want to see how Farzeen is going to adjust to that. The match I'm talking about, by the way, happened in episode 12, the one right before. Okay, sidesteps and backdashes from a distance, letting Tanveer take the lead. Never mind. As soon as things slow down, he ran up to the full crouch low, and Tanveer hard ducked and is getting a full launch for it. Okay, he's keeping the wall position because Claudio is horrifying at the wall, but Farzeen made his way out, probably due to the armor threat there that we just saw, and the counter hit down back 4. Now the wall is in his favor. Wow, sidestep hop kick hitting. It wasn't a counter hit. I didn't see a button from Farzeen. I think Farzeen just got caught backdashing or moving. But either way, Tanveer has a good talent or ability to hit just people's movement with his little sidestep or dash delays. Okay, down 2, down forward 1. Not a lot of reward, but again, I'm not a Victor expert. Let me see what Farzeen is cooking. The down forward 1 seems strange to me because it doesn't accomplish a lot. Oh, dash 1+2. This is the high reward stuff Victor really wants to hit. He wants to hit big counter hit 1+2 like that. That's his dream. So Farzeen does little micro dashes to catch like little delay timings, to catch people sidestepping. Here's the big stance low. Stance 1+2. The other stance, Perfumer. Up forward 2 to catch some tracking. And this is interesting here. So he did an unsafe string right there. But what I see when I watch this is he's not using the same move more than once. Canceling the stance into different options. Down 1+2 as a mid option sometimes. Nice block punish. Alright, nice. He plays defense against the DP. Down 2. While rising 1+2. Ooh, he got counter hit. Scary. Down jab with down back 2. That's a crucial thing. Victor doesn't have a standard down jab, so to get out of pressure, Victor's will hit down back 2, a little crouching jab. A bit slower, 1 frame slower, but functions mostly the same. Nice hit confirmed by Tanveer. Counter hit, dash 1+2 again. It's like it doesn't matter how many pokes he loses to because he knows he can land a big counter hit and make this horrifying situation at the wall. Big low sweep, catching side rolls or any option, I guess, with the shoulder, and then run up heat smash. Farzeen is not afraid to use that heat smash at all, and maybe it's because he's showing all these different mids all the time that he knows it'll probably work. Running 2, gun, full crouch low again, doubling down, and then homing moves. So the mids are largely steppable. That's kind of Victor's weakness. The armor move is steppable too. So it looks like Farzeen is accustomed to just splashing in the homing moves just in case. The wall splatting power crush out of the stance. The low clearly got Tanveer to want to duck. Farzeen is dominating right now, and it just feels like he's picking a move out of a hat and making sure it's on an unpredictable timing, unpredictable mid-low, and it seems to work. And as long as he doesn't die to Tanveer's like sidestep button or his mashing out of frame, it seems to be okay. And maybe that's why Farzeen is playing at this mid-long range and kind of playing a bit slower. Nice block. Caught by the power crush. Running 2. Then he plays at this distance. Tip range of the low sweep. Uh-oh. I don't know why he ran up and ducked, but he ate the DP right to the face. Delaying the wall combo for max damage. Heat smash. Sidestep to realign and threaten the mid as well and the low. And then just heat smashing. Last hit low poke. Standard Claudio play, but Tanveer is deathly efficient. Nice duck and launch. Great punish. Oh, this combo's cool. He goes into stance manually. Tons of strong aerial tail spins. Saves the wall. Running 2. Oh, finishes the full string. That's a perfect punish. 14 frame punish. Now, usually Farzeen cancels that mid into the stance, so he finished it there. That's why he finished the string. He didn't just do a string just because. Down forward 1. I guess it had a bit of tracking. Down forward 1 again. I wonder why he's choosing that mid instead of like up forward 1. Maybe for better frames. Gun again. Farzeen not cracking. Oh, never mind. He ate a huge running 2. Cancels the stance. Oh, this time Tanveer respected the extension, and then the follow-up after is what caught him. Surprisingly, nobody's just blocking too much against the EI stance, but I guess it's because Farzeen is so willing to do the low. Uh-oh, wall splat. Low sweep, that's as I guess I was saying. Like, for me, it's so easy to say just block the mid, but Farzeen has done the low, I think, 5 times in this video. So he's clearly willing to die going low. And I think that's what makes Victor scary. If you play like an old borderline retired spy with nothing to lose, you've kind of done your job. Maybe you're not afraid to die. You've seen a lot of combat. You made it this far. Running 2. Chip damage. Mid. Oh, and get up kick again. People love get up kicking against Farzeen. Oh, he did running 2. Tanveer read that he was going to do a slow approach. Nice hop kick. Ooh, the combo dropped. Okay, no running 2. I thought he was going to do running 2, but he did backdash heat burst. Back to the wall. Horrifying position against Claudio. He survived the first starburst. Counter hit down back 4, and this could be life ending. That's crazy. Farzeen stood there for so long, ate all of that Claudio pressure, and won off the counter hit. Even he is as shocked as I am. But it was very well played. Look at this. Look at this patience. Like here, Claudio. Okay, so before he blew the heat smash, right? But what does Claudio have? He has sidestep back 1, sidestep 4 that gives him huge plus frames, or sidestep heat smash into wall splat. Here is sidestep back 4 2 heat dash, right? Tons of pressure here. But Farzeen just calmly blocks and then throws out a down back 4. It looks so simple, but I think why it's working, is because he uses so much of Victor's move list and they all cover different weaknesses. So I took notes on this in the first panel. By the way, yeah, 2-2-0s, the video is over. We'll watch the interview in a bit. But just look at them. I'll put up some more gameplay and just look at all the different move options he's using here. Where is the arena? Here we go. This arena stage, I think he showed so many of Victor's moves, right? So Victor's high reward stuff is counter hit 1+2, counter hit down back 4, the big sweep, and then running 2 on counter hit also gives a combo. His other high reward stuff is the EI stance, and we see Farzeen use these moves, but the usage rate of every move is about the same. So if you're me, right, there's another down back 4. If you're me, I prefer to play a lot of the counter hit 1+2 and the running 2 because they're mids, right? One's a safe mid, one's a plus frame mid. But I think the reason Farzeen is succeeding is because he's willing to do the low. The mids become more scary because Farzeen is willing to risk his life going low over and over and over. The medium reward stuff is that annoying power crush stab, the back 1+2. And then Victor's full crouch mix, right? Victor going full crouch and doing that double stab, the first move that Tanveer launched. Crucial low as well. He doesn't have any good lows. There's the counter hit 1+2. And because going into crouch naturally introduces some delay, right? It takes some time. I think that's why his dash 1+2 keeps counter hitting, like here, right? Like, let's look at the start of the round. Start of the round, how did he get this combo? Victor ran up, did crouch, right? So that introduces a bit of delay. That delay instinctually made Tanveer duck, I think. Now, what happens here when Farzeen lands this counter hit is he dashes. He doesn't crouch, but he just does a little micro dash and hits 1+2. And I think that forward movement told Tanveer to do something. In this case, a back 1, and he got counter hit because Farzeen was just a bit faster. Victor's medium reward stuff is back 1+2 again, the stab. That's what we were talking about. And then we just covered the full crouch mix. And then there's the big mid-range sword. Like he whips out the sword and swings it. That move in particular, I think, benefits when you've gotten people to kind of hesitate because of the armor or hesitate because of expulsion up 1+2. So they chill out a bit and then they move and then the big sword swing hits them. So it feels like there's a lot of really cool things coming together here where he's playing every option with like a uniform distribution. He could pick any single one of those. And when that happens, you can't really defend against Victor effectively, right? It's like sometimes he's doing the low that will kill him, and sometimes he's doing the mid that will kill you, and you have no way of knowing, right? How many times did he do the giant double sword sweep out of stance? We look at a situation, if you look at a situation like this in isolation, right? If you're a Victor down player, for example, and you see this sequence, somebody sends you this round alone, right? There's the first one, there's this. if you were backseat gaming, you might say, why didn't Bilal just block and duck? And I think that ignores the context of how many times, whether here or back in Pakistan or in other tournaments or in the practice rooms even, where Farzeen will just do the low that he might die for anyways, right? Like, Farzeen will do the low here, no matter if the fact that his HP is so low, he'll get launch punished. So I think my hunch about Victor is that you have to be kind of wild and random and willing to die. And this video or these matches seem to confirm that for me, where Farzeen is just not afraid of dying. He's not afraid of doing a different timing, a different move every time, and subjecting you to Victor's annoying moves all at once. Very impressive stuff. Let's watch the interview with the Victor. Oh, I'm gonna turn up the volume real quick because the interviews are a bit quiet. So, volume warning happening now. Okay, let's go.
And here we are with a man from Group C. Yet another qualification. Joining us is Farzeen from Team Falcons. What an absolute banger we've seen. First of all, you start off, you dispatch Bilal, no problem. You go into the rematch against Hafiz. Now, it looked like today you were way more warmed up than the game yesterday. It took you a while. What happened there? What was the change? That's kind of part of it too, yeah, right?
Yesterday when I was playing, I didn't able to, make the attention to the game because I was feeling really dizzy and I was feeling a little bit sleepy. And also that Tanveer yesterday played really well. But when I lose to him, I went back to the hotel and I went back straight to my training room and I seek my mistakes and I make the plan that what should I have to do if I have to face tomorrow Tanveer again. So yeah, the plan works and Alhamdulillah I won.
It definitely was that case. I mean, you looked ready and all warmed up through it. Now, I gotta say, you have a crowd that's also backing you up here. Of course, you're playing, you're part of Team Falcons. You got Twisted Minds on the other side, two organizations that are very much well known here. How was that for you to get to feel this crowd? Because you're not playing in Pakistan here, right? It's a completely different state, but you got people still cheering for you.
This crowd right there is more like my family, They have been appreciating me all the time. And when I lose yesterday, they said, no worries, you can do tomorrow. So, yeah, see, the sport, I'm really glad that I am representing Team Falcons and all the support that I'm getting from them. Yeah, I really appreciate it.
There you go. And now finally, you get to play against Ulsan in the next bracket. Now that's a tough game regardless, but how do you psych yourself into it?
I'm pretty confident against Dragunov. My training partner Atif Bhatt plays really good Dragunov, and also Ulsan is like the world-class player right now. So it's going to be tough. It's always 50-50, but I will try my best and I'll try to win the trophy for my team, for me and for my family and for my country.
Thank you very much again, Farzeen. Congratulations to our Team Falcons player moving.
Well said and very well played. It's very clear that he was confident and had a plan because, like we saw in the previous episode, he got blown up by Tanveer. And his counter adjustment to just avoid all of Tanveer's explosive moves, kind of figure out how to deal with the wall pressure, place his counter hits well. It was very impressive. So shout outs to Farzeen. I will be studying more. I'll be playing a bit more Victor, I think. Every time he plays it, I'm a bit inspired. So we'll see what happens. This is the bracket thus far. So we have 2 more matches from the last group stage before we fill out this top 8 bracket. And this is where the single elimination first to 5 format starts. I've been talking about it each time because it really is such a unique format for Tekken. I don't think we've ever had it in like a big tournament, and the results were really, really cool. Thank you for following the series thus far. Please look forward to the Tekken World Tour coming very, very shortly. Like and comment if you've enjoyed this video. If you got nothing to say, leave an emoji. Helps me a ton. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.